welcome. I am Daisy Maskell and this is Superdrug TV. You are locked into the first ever episode. It's going to be really exciting. This is a place for everything health, beauty, sex, celebs related. We have got it all covered. Today's episode is going to be a very good one. I'm catching up with superstar on social media, Louise Pentland. She is going to be here. We're also going to be getting a load of tips from sexpert Alix Fox on the rise of video dating, which has obviously taken over in 2020. And the one that only Nadine Baggott, beauty expert, is also going to be here chatting to us as well. And there's going to be some surprises along the way. So I'm so excited to introduce my special guest on today's episode, the one that only Louise Pentland. Now, what can I say about this woman? What hasn't she done? She's a momfluencer. She's got a whopping 2.5 million followers on Instagram alone. She's one of the most loved social media stars. She's a blogger, a vlogger as well, and she's here working with Lifebuoy today. Louise Pentland.
Yeah,
hello, darling.
You. What a lovely intro.
Did you enjoy it?
I'll come back again just for the intro.
Do you want to throw in any more words in there?
No, I'll let that was brilliant. I enjoyed that.
The
Thank
CV
you.
is endless. How has your year been? Because it's been a crazy wild year for everyone. How have you been coping?
It has been a year, hasn't it? 2020. Challenging, I would say. It's the best way
Challenging is a
to
lovely
describe
word,
it.
we like it.
Definitely highs and lows to the year. High would be spending so much more time at home with my daughters, which has been so nice. I wouldn't normally have had all of that time, which has been lovely. But lows have been, you know, the same as everybody, not being able to see friends and families you would like to, and also not coming in to London to do things like this as much as I would like to as well. So I'm so glad to be here today.
Yes, here
Feels
she
great,
is.
yeah.
Here she is. Looking stunning as well. What are some one-liners that your kids have come out with? Because I love children's honesty.
Darcy, bless her, is 9 and savage.
Oh, is she?
So the other day she said to me, she's like, "Mummy, I love all your clothes." And I was like, "Thank you, sweetie." She's like, when you die, can I have those clothes? I was like, yes, you can. I thought that was as bad as it's going to get. And then she looked me dead in the eye. I went, obviously I'll have to cut them in half and re-sew them because I won't be as fat as you, but thank you.
Darcy.
And I was just like, but she didn't say it in like a to be
Of course
harsh.
she didn't.
She was just telling me a fact. I was like, okay.
Yes, yep,
That's right.
Put it in the will. I'll put
Yeah.
it in the will. Oh, I love them so much. You also have 2.5 million followers on Instagram, which is a lot, which is really exciting, but terrifying to someone like me. Are you conscious every time that you post something that it's reaching such a massive audience, or do you just sort of go with the flow of it?
Yes and no. I think it changes day to day. So for the most part, no, because I've been doing this 11 years. So it's not like I woke up one day and there were millions of people there. It's grown really gradually over the years. And the community of people I have following are just amazing. They're such supportive people. They're so warm and engaging and interesting that it's like talking to friends. Of course, there is a darker side to the internet, and there are people that I don't want to be there, but I just block and delete if there's anything nasty or unpleasant, because I don't want to see that. But I also feel like I have a duty of responsibility to the other members of my community for it to be a pleasant and safe space. So I'm not unfamiliar with the block and delete button.
You're also very positive and you're very honest on your Instagram as well, which I like, because I think it can also be a space that doesn't necessarily show you the realities of life. There's a lot going on behind the frame, but you're really honest about that. That's something that's important to you, isn't it?
It is really important to me, because I don't like Instagram accounts or any social media accounts that make me feel rubbish about myself. And I don't think people ever set out to be like, I'm going to make someone feel terrible today. I think it's just intrinsic within us to want to put our absolute best foot forward. And I also want to put my best self forward. But where's the limit on that with all the things you can do these days with, you know, altering images, and, you know, you can do a lot of like magic on there. And you've got to draw a line between like what's actually you and what's this person that you can't live up to. And I think that you can live up to this.
Yes, you can.
Don't change myself too much.
She's stunning. You don't need any filters.
No, I love a good filter.
Like
I don't change my body shape or like take things off or add things on.
What is your tips or tricks for growing a following online on a platform like Instagram? Do you have certain things that you know is going to really reach good engagement and insights?
I think the like mindset of it. So there's two things. It's having a good mindset towards it and being positive and being as honest as you feel comfortable being. I'm not saying share every single moment of your life, but being honest about the moments you are sharing. talking to people with respect and kindness as well. And then practically, it's things like little tiny tips, like when you post a photo, if you post it in 4x5 instead of 1x1, so long instead of a square, then that takes up more of the screen and you'll have more of people's attention for that moment.
Louise, I feel like you've given me hope as well, because you met your husband to be on Tinder.
Yes.
Talk to me about this, because I don't use dating apps at all, but this is like a fairy tale dream come true.
I actually really liked the dating apps. I had a boyfriend before Liam that I'd met on Tinder.
Okay.
So sadly, my marriage came to an end and I had about a year just to myself, and then I was like, right, I'm going to put myself back out there. Yeah. I had a boyfriend who dumped me.
Oh,
it was very upsetting. Yeah,
no.
His loss. Maybe.
His loss.
I'm sure.
Look at her, she's thriving now.
That's me. I'm here. Still going. And after that, I was like, no, I'm not going to go back on because I was dumped. And then one day I was like, oh, I'll just have a quick look. I was in a car park. I was at Darcy's school gates car park waiting for it to come out of school. I thought, I'll just have a little look. Yeah. And I saw Liam. And I always joke that he goes against everything I would ever swiped on. Okay. So he didn't have a bio. And normally I think if you've not got a bio, I'm not interested.
Fine.
But there's just something about him. I thought, give it a go. And we got chatting. Yeah. And he said, do you want to go for a drink? And I remember saying to my auntie, I don't think it'll come to much, but it'd be nice to go out. Okay. So,
it'd be nice for a drink.
It'd be nice to go for a drink. Yeah, something to do on a Thursday night. So he went out on the Thursday. And then we ended up going out on the Friday and the Saturday and the Sunday. And then 7 months later, I was pregnant with Pearl. And I was like, well, if you want, you could bring all your things to my house and stay here every day.
If you like, if you want.
And he was like, move in then. And I was like, well, whatever you want to call it. Sure, I'm breezy. But I am pregnant with your child, so if you don't mind, put yourself out there. Have faith in yourself because you're a catch.
That is the thing. Louise, how are you encouraging your kids to practice good hand hygiene?
Yeah, that is a good question. Basically, it's just become a habit that we don't really think about too much anymore because this has been going on for a while now. So if we've been out anywhere, as soon as we come in, I say, let's all wash our hands. We just go straight through to the toilet and wash our hands. At the beginning, I would hear Darcy singing Happy Birthday twice, which was quite sweet. And Pearl really enjoys hand washing because it's like fun for her to splash around. If we're out and about, we've got Lifebuoy, we've got sanitizer. So I've got a big one in my car and then a little one in my handbag. And then the wipes are so good for things like trolley handles and also for us high chairs. I know that everywhere is making a real effort to sanitize everything, but I just feel a little bit better just to give it a little wipe myself as well. So it's just become habit, and when I hand sanitize, they just put their hands out because they know it's coming. Because it makes sense just to do everyone at the same time. I quite like it, I quite like knowing that my hands are so clean. And I think back to last year and how
were gross.
Yeah, I'm like,
what are we doing?
Basically,
I know.
I think even when coronavirus is all over, if it is ever, whatever happens with it, I think we've all picked up some pretty good habits.
I know, it's so true.
Yeah.
For me, I really like these wipes because they're really good for the phone. The phone situation, I cannot deal with. It's in your hands constantly. It's in the bottom of my bag. It's resting on surfaces. So these wipes are really good just to wipe over to make sure you're all clean there as well.
It's a good tip because I had not thought of that with my phone.
There you go, Louise. Put that in the back pocket. Louise, I feel like we've spoken so much about Lifebuoy, which has been sitting in the middle of us this entire time. Yeah. Can you give us a little bit of demonstration, please?
Let me give
Here she is.
A demo. Here you go. Very easy. Squeeze a bit on.
Do you have a particular size or amount that you like to spend?
Yeah, I always go onto like my right-hand side and just do one pump, really. If I need more, I do more.
I see.
And then you just go all the way around until your hands are dry. This is a nice smelling one as well.
It smells really good, this one as well. Really nice. We do a little wave. This is a Louise special.
Yeah, this is how I do it.
For our kids in the
there we go. Dry. Done.
Nice. Right, my next guest is an absolute beauty expert. She has over 350,000 followers across her social media platforms and over 3 decades as a beauty journalist. The one, the only, Nadine Baggott's here.
So excited to be on Superdrug TV. I cannot tell you.
Here she is. Hello, darling. You are looking so chic right now as well. All black everything. I love this. How are you doing? You've got quite the impressive CV. How did you get into the position that you're in today?
I left university, so 3 decades ago, and I knew I wanted to work in women's magazines, and it was only when I got to women's magazines that I realised beauty was where it was at. It was all the fun plus the science. And I guess I worked in television, I worked in magazines, I worked in newspapers, I worked in radio. And then when I started my YouTube channel 4 years ago, I realised that what real women wanted was the most effective, affordable, brilliant products, but that were available on the high street. And that's where my heart lies. That's what I'm all about. I'm about finding the best products that really work at a price everybody can afford.
I love as well the fact that you really speak for the truth about beauty as well. I think people really trust in your opinion because there is a lot out there, especially with social media, that can seem fabricated, that can seem fake, but you are the person to go to get the best knowledge about everything, I feel.
I have 2 taglines, beauty without the BS, to keep it clean, and also minimum effort, maximum results. So I'm not into that millions of different steps, spending an absolute fortune. Simple rule is if you've got to buy it on a credit card and you can't pay off at the end of the month, don't do it.
That's the rule.
For you. And also the other thing that's happened in the last 4 or 5 years, there's been a revolution in really good beauty products. And companies like Superdrug have actually made products that previously would have been cost an absolute fortune available on the high street. And that's to be celebrated.
This is what I love as well. I feel like you can play at home now with products that usually only makeup artists would get their hands on.
Think of all those amazing palettes you can get in Superdrug. They're incredible.
And the brushes, it's amazing. Well, you've got something very, very special to talk to us about today. Please open up this box. What's going on, Nadine?
Can I just say, I have only just seen this. I'm so excited.
This
has been months in the making. So this is my skincare edit.
Stop, this is gorgeous.
So what it is I've teamed with Superdrug and I've chosen the products that I think are absolute all-time classic heroes that work, that are affordable, and that will suit every single type of skin and every single age, because I think beauty should be ageless. Shall we dive in?
Let's dive inside. Open
I'm
that
so
box.
excited. Right, okay, so you open it up. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a hidden 7th product.
Nice.
And it's £25.
Stop, for all of this stuff?
Yeah.
These are big sizes as well. These don't look like small sample sizes. You're getting a lot of product in there.
I haven't conned you with any
No,
miniature.
she has not.
If I said to Superdrug, if I'm going to do an edit, it's got to be full-size products. So you get 7 full-size products, and it's everything that you need for a basic, healthy, happy skin.
Nice.
Shall I start?
Nice. Let's please dig in.
All right, so let's start with, and if you're a fan of Superdrug, you're going to recognise some of these. They're absolute classics. So let's start with the B. This is the beautiful range. I really love this from B. And this is the multi-acid resurfacing pads. So when you open it up, what you've got inside is you've got glycolic acid infused pads.
So are you doing this after you've taken off your makeup? Is this like once a night or is it a daily use in the morning?
Some people can use it every single night. I probably use it 3 times a week.
Fine.
And what it does is it deep cleanses and exfoliates your skin. So it gets rid of pollution, grime, dead skin cells, grayness, ashy skin, all that sort of stuff. And it's been specifically formulated to be suitable for all skin types and all ages. And it does actually work on breakouts as well.
Nice.
So that's that one. The next product, and I don't know if you know the Me Plus range, these boosters from Superdrug.
I do. I know this range because I think I used a face mask from here the other day. Really good, really, really hydrating as well.
It's really interesting. So a booster is designed to be used directly on the skin, but you can add it into your existing skincare.
Nice.
And this is vitamin B3, which is niacinamide.
Okay.
I'm all about putting back in your skin what your skin naturally needs. And your skin naturally uses vitamin B3, and it works on pigmentation, it works on open pores, it works on oily skin, but it also helps repair the barrier function of your skin.
Okay.
So it work on your age group, but it'll work on my age group if your skin is slightly drier and tighter. And it's essentially, you just open it up. It's a few drops. You either put it in your hand and put it directly on your skin, or you mix it in with your daily moisturiser or serum. And I've got one of those as well.
Yes, I love that so much. I like that me and my mum, we share the same bathroom, and I love that she can use that and I can use that as well.
Easily.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Now, this is an absolute cult product from Superdrug. Every beauty editor and expert in the world loves this. This is the Simply Pure Hydrating Serum. And what it is it's a really great lightweight serum moisturiser, and it's basically glycerin based.
Okay.
Glycerin's a real unsung hero in the industry, and it's just absolutely beautiful, completely unfragrant, suitable for all skin types. you'd put your boosters in with that. You can use them morning or night. It's really, really, really lovely.
What does glycerin do for the skin?
It's a natural humectant, so it's found naturally in the skin.
Yeah.
What it does is a bit like hyaluronic acid, which we shall go on to in a minute. And what it does is it locks water into the skin, but then it also repairs the barrier function. So this time of year, when you're going from the change of seasons and you're going out of warmer weather into colder weather, what it does is it just hydrates the surface of the skin and it locks water where it's needed in the skin.
Because I know glycerin for working on chapped skin, because I actually use it for sore throats.
Yeah.
There's a glycerin that you can take
glycerin
orally.
and honey.
So I can see how that must be incredible for the surface of
soothing.
your skin. Yeah.
It's soothing both for your throat and your nose if you use it in cold remedies, but also in your skin. And you'll find it in lots of products, but that's a really nice, reasonably priced product that anybody can use at any age. And I like the fact that it's a lightweight serum. It's not too heavy and occlusive for people.
Lovely.
I've got a vitamin C.
Come on then, bring it on.
So vitamin C is important because it's an antioxidant. It forms a barrier between your skin and the outside world. So if you live and work in London or any city, anywhere around the world, what it does is it stops the pollution from aggressing your skin. And at the same time, vitamin C is used by your skin to produce new collagen. And collagen is what keeps, hopefully, my skin looking a bit more like yours, sort of plump and youthful, and it keeps a strength within the skin. And this is a really lovely, this is a water-soluble, completely stable form of vitamin C. And again, a few drops, you can either mix it in with your cream or you can use it directly onto freshly cleansed skin. It's got a slight citrusy smell to it.
I like that.
It's really, really
I like that
lovely.
a lot.
And you can use it on pigmentation. So it works best on pigmented skin. So if you've got skin that is slightly uneven, you've got some sunspots or you've got some age spots, it actually works to lighten those as well.
Nice. Lovely.
Hyaluronic acid, we're back to the Me Plus range.
I cannot believe how many products you've got in
Wait
this
till
box.
I show you the
It's
hidden one as
incredible.
well. I know. So this is the hyaluronic acid from the Me Plus range. And this goes well with glycerin. So essentially hyaluronic acid is a humectant found naturally in your skin. It's actually a sugar that's found naturally in your skin. And what it does is it locks it up to 1,000 times its weight in water in your skin.
Wow.
So what you do is you put this and your niacinamide and your vitamin C on first, and then you top it up with that.
Fine.
Everything you need is in the box for healthy skin.
I love this so much because I think people are so conscious about their skincare routines, but you've essentially gifted everything you will ever need in one box for someone's skincare routine.
And I think you can add things in. You could add a retinol in, you could add an acid in it, and you could add a mask, like you said. But this is your absolute basic essentials for healthy, happy skin at any age. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure that anybody could use them with any skin tone, any skin type, any skin problem, and they would suit everybody. So if you've got acne, you could add in an acne product. If you've got a pigmentation problem, you could add in a stronger pigmentation product. You could add in a retinol if you wanted to. But this is your basis for healthy, happy skin.
I love that.
Talking of which, one of my all-time favourite products, another cult product. You asked me the order in which you used them earlier on. This is the Vitamin E Hot Cloth Cleanser, and this is an absolute cult product from Superdrug. Honestly, people are obsessed.
Heard of this before.
People are obsessed with this product. This is a cream cleanser, and I'm going to put it out on my hand. I'm going to show you what it's like. So it's basically a creamy cleanser that you rub into your skin like that. You add a little bit of water in. You can take all your makeup off with it.
Eye makeup and everything.
Rinse it clear away with water. Your skin will be healthy, happy, hydrated, and super clean. And the reason it will be super clean is hidden under here.
Oh, I love this so much because I get through makeup wipes, which are really bad for the environment and the skin.
So bad for the environment.
Well.
And
so
there's
this is
no
amazing.
reason for you to use makeup wipes if you use a lovely rinse-off cream cleanser. Honestly, I promise you it works.
I love that.
But hidden under here is the secret.
Come on, Nadine.
So I said to
Superdrug, this is so
that
nice.
I would only do a box if they had microfiber cloths. And I said I didn't want microfiber cloths in some garish colour. So you get 3 microfiber cloths. And what they do is they supercharge any cleanser you use. And this is where the microfiber cloths come into their own. You essentially apply the cleanser, massage into your skin, and then you wipe off with the microfiber cloth. Right, and all of your makeup will come away, rinse away with water. Skin is left healthy, happy, and hydrated, but super clean.
Honestly, I cannot get over the value for money in this box. What would each individual product coming together retail at? Because this is £25 for everything.
So it would normally retail at £40, but you can pick it up for £25, which is so reasonably priced. And I really wanted Superdrug to offer affordable, effective skincare. The only catch is it's limited edition.
Be quick.
So it's in store and online now, but limited stock, so run now.
This is going to sell out as well because this is a steal, I'm telling you. We love it. Nadine, thank you so much for introducing this. As I said, I would love to live inside this box and something for all ages to use as well.
Exactly.
Me and my mother will be sharing for sure. So I'm so excited to be joined by Shrima Patel. Now, Shrima is Superdrug's Assistant Brand Marketing Manager, which basically means she gets to test and try and talk about all of the launches that you see in store. Shrima, hello, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We are so excited to have you. I mean, you have every beauty obsessive's dream job. What do you love about working for Superdrug?
I've always wanted to work in beauty in general. I think it's such a great place to work, and the fact that diversity and inclusion is in the heart of the business.
That is so, so important.
Yes, always.
What is one bit of advice or one thing you would tell someone that was, say, coming out of university like yourself, wanting to get into the beauty industry? What is a bit of advice you'd say?
Ooh, I have so much advice.
Give it to us, Shrima. Come on, what's Shrima's top tips?
So be absolutely fearless.
Okay.
Be opinionated. Make sure you know which beauty avenue you want to go down in, because there's so many opportunities there and so many different areas you can go into, like retail or marketing or branding, or even being a buyer and bringing in products, or even being a makeup artist. Yep. Follow beauty journalists on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Go for it.
Yeah. I know you've got some products that you want to talk about as well, because you get your fingertips on everything first. So I really, really trust your opinion, because I know you've had some time to try some bits out and you really know the best bits that are out there. So please talk to us about these 3 products that you bought.
These are probably my top 3 right now. Firstly, I've got the vitamin C 10% booster.
Oh, so this is skincare, right?
Yes.
We love a bit of skincare.
We love
especially when it's winter. My skin gets so bad in the winter, it's dry. There's not as much sunlight around. So tell me about this product. I'm really into this.
Yeah, so during winter, you need all that hydration as much as possible. And plus, our skin gets really dull too. Yeah. So I think this really helps it's really helped in boosting brightness for my skin. Yeah. It's got vitamin C and ferulic acid, and it really helps with any like dark spots, any sort of dullness in the skin in general. So it's really, let me show you.
Oh, so it's a nice application.
Yeah, so it's like a really watery, it's really watery, so you have to be really careful with application. Yeah. But it goes really nicely. You can either apply it on its own or in a product. Oh,
okay, so you can mix it into like a moisturiser.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, I like to sort of mix it in with my moisturiser because it is quite strong, 10% vitamin C. And plus it's vegan.
Next one.
I have got the Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream from L'Oreal. It's sort of a hybrid between a moisturiser and a foundation.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so
I like this.
Yeah, so it's quite medium coverage, I'd say, for me. It's got aloe vera and ginger and witch hazel, so really great ingredients in a foundation, essentially. It gives a really nice glow, even when I put it on its own, and you can see the cheekbone glow on yourself, even if you don't put any highlighter on.
Amazing.
You don't need to have the perfect match for your skin, so you can go either lighter or darker. I usually go quite darker with my skin tone, so it gives me like a nice glow in the winter coldness. Yeah.
And last but not least,
I've got the Me Plus Tranexamic Acid Booster. This is more for dark spots and sort of the scarring you get from spots. I put this on in the evenings. Just on its own, and sort of wait for it to absorb in, which is quite quickly, and then I start layering on my products.
So this is sort of, as soon as you take your makeup off, this is the first thing you really put on your skin for your skincare routine in the evening. Yes. Amazing. And it's got one of these droplets again.
This one's quite thick, but it does go nicely on the skin. It leaves it quite smooth, so ready for your next product as well.
You can see it sinks in really quickly as well. And a little bit goes a long way, so that would last you a while too.
Exactly.
Shrima, thank you so much for being on today's episode. You brought some incredible products along with us, and we trust your opinion always. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Now, things have been pretty tough this year, to say the least. And that includes dating as well. So if you've been looking for love in 2020, you can swipe as much as you want, but meeting up in real life has been an absolute no-no. So what can we do instead? You may be crying. Superdrug's sexpert Alix Fox is here to give you a lowdown on video dating.
Thanks, Daisy. Hey folks, it's Alix Fox here, and I'm resident sex and relationships expert at Superdrug. And today I wanted to have a little chit chat with you about video dating and how to add some va-va-voom to your next Zoom. Sadly, long gone are the days where we could shoot a smouldering stare across a packed bar or strike up a conversation in a shared kitchen at work. And instead, a lot of us have been spending more time indoors, often on our lonesome. But that doesn't mean that you have to write off romance for good. Video dating is a brilliant way to get to know new people, or to make sure that you keep the flame burning bright if you're separated from your existing partner and you can't get together in person. Now, I'm well aware that this might sound a bit trite, but genuinely, there are ways to make a virtual date exciting, fun, and a really bonded, connected, and valuable experience. And my first tip would be to make an interesting plan. Maybe it's your second date, you've already had a little bit of a natter and you know the basics about a person, you want to take it beyond just talking on the sofa. Or perhaps it's a rendezvous with a long-term lover and you want to do something a little bit special. You could try playing restaurant roulette, which is, in the absence of being able to take your date to dinner, you each order the other person your favourite takeaway, but don't tell them what they're going to get. Do check any allergies though, because you want your lover to explode with passion and lust for you, not anaphylactic shock. Alternatively, you could try playing a game of distance disc jockey, where you both take turns to pick a particular track, something musical that is of meaning to you, and build a partnered playlist. Tip number 2 is do yourself up, don't do yourself down. When you're dialing in a date from home, it can be really tempting just to stay in your sloppy, cosy, chilled out joggy bees with your hair in a scrunchie and your face full of munchies. But it is worth getting your glam on, whatever it takes for you to feel your best, because the better you feel in yourself, the better a time you're bound to have. Plus, it shows your date that you value the experience enough that you're putting in that effort and giving them that attention. Tip 3 is all about location, location, location. Now, they say that absence makes the heart grow fonder, but absence can also put a real strain on relationships when your lover is way over yonder and you are not in the same place as them. Thankfully, technology means that we can still connect to each other kind of face to face, even if we're not in the same place. But there are ways of making the most of it. And one of those, particularly if you're in a shared house, is finding a spot before the date where you feel like you've got a little bit of privacy. You can be comfortable to chat and have a conversation without feeling like all and sundry in your gaff can overhear you. From my point of view, I really like to wear headphones because it just feels like it's a little bit more intimate, it's a bit more one-on-one, and they're great for some sensual whispering. The smallest moves can have a surprisingly big impact when it comes to creating a relaxed, romantic ambience. And that's particularly important if you're dating from home and you've also been working from home. Just doing something simple like turning down the lights or maybe lighting some candles creates a flattering, laid-back effect, but it can also help you psychologically switch from being at your desk chasing deadlines to being at your best looking for love. Fingers crossed, your virtual date via Zoom will make your heart go boom and not fill you with doom and gloom. But if you do happen to find that you're chatting to someone who might be a catch for someone else but isn't a match for you, try and practice a behaviour that I have nicknamed Caspering, because it's a form of friendly ghosting. Now, you should absolutely feel confident about being clear in telling somebody that you don't think there's a future there, if that's how you feel. But you could also try giving them some positive feedback that's going to elevate their self-worth and give them the optimism to continue their dating search. Especially right now, a lot of people are feeling quite fragile and vulnerable. Plus, being kind and compassionate is just generally good dating etiquette. Now, speaking of ghosting, it's time for me to disappear, but I wish you many magical dates.
And that was it for this week's episode, the first ever episode as well, of Superdrug TV. Make sure you hit subscribe as well so you don't ever miss a future episode. And also keep it on Superdrug socials for any exclusive clips as well. We'll see you next time.